Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with round 2 of our F122 My Team Career Mode. Yes, our final season. We're back here in the Jeddah Corniche for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. If you missed out on the last video that went live at the weekend, I would highly recommend going back and checking out, of course, the opening race of the new campaign from Bahrain. Very, very interesting, a lot of storylines to go through, and of course the biggest one has to be Charles Leclerc's sustained level of performance there. 25 points for our teammate, took the first win of the year ahead of Sergio Perez. Lando Norris, and absolutely the star of the show, was young Liam Lawson. Debut Grand Prix with a fantastic P4 finish there. We had a bit of a nightmare, we came through for 8th. Still do lead the way in the Constructors' Championship though, but Saudi Arabia, I'm hoping is going to be a much, much stronger circuit for myself. But anyway, let's get into it though. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, high speeds, very, very close walls. This one is going to be spicy. We are then, first qualifying lap in Q3. This time round, unlike Bahrain, it seems like we really have got some competitive pace at this venue, so fingers crossed we can actually try and get this thing up on the very least on the front row. Well, I would love to lock out our first pole position of the year, show Charles Leclerc is not the only Audi car that can drive on a Saturday. Nice run through the first couple of turns, but keeping it clean through the S's is going to be a challenge. Wide, a little bit wide. Had to take the curb a little bit there, but we got away with it. Broke too early, broke too early. Lando sets the pace now, 26.6. That's more like what we were expecting to see from the AI. Up towards start-finish line though, it's going to be 26.2. A 26.1. 8.9 there. I reckon we can get into the 25s. That is a decent first lap. Right, come on then. Final run here in Q3. There's 5 thousandths of a second between myself and Esteban Ocon. Looks like there's only about 3 of us that have gone out for another run here at the end of qualifying, but I'm going to have to really concentrate this time. We have to make this lap count. Good up to now. It's only a 10.5 improvement, but that would be all we need. I'm not reading chat. Oh, we kept it a gear higher as well through there. Look at that, another 10. Might not be able to get the run off the corner, but still. Come on, this can be a 25. Don't do a Verstappen. Don't do a Verstappen. One more corner to go. Braking nice and tidy. 4th gear. Oh, we found another 10th. Come on, up to the line. This is going to be pole position in Saudi Arabia then. It's going to be into the 25s we go. Get in there. First pole of the year. Well, there we go then. Pole position ready for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here. 3.5 tenths up on Esteban Ocon in the end. I mean, it's still very, very tight margins when between so many cars there. Perez in P3. Charles Leclerc in a bit of a nightmare in 4th place. Lando Norris down in 5th. Clearly, Ferrari haven't had the pace on Saturday night, but we are on pole, ready for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let's try, in a 50-lap race, not to throw this away.
So here we are then, welcoming you today to one of the jewels of the Arab world, Jeddah. One of the biggest cities in Saudi Arabia, second only to Riyadh, gateway to Mecca, and one of the biggest ports in the region. And now, host to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Mr. Monaco lines up on pole position, and it's Esteban Ocon in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Leclerc, Lando Norris and Drugovich, Gasly, Liam Lawson, Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou, Oscar Piastri, Yuri Vips, Richard Verschoor and Albon, Schwartzman, Deruvala, Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ticktum, Fittipaldi, Latifi, Magnussen and Teo Pourchaire. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Here we are then, trackside ready for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Pole position on Saturday. Can we convert that into a win on Sunday? We need this to try and keep my very, very early championship hopes alive. But yeah, one-stop strategy. Tyre wear shouldn't be too much of an issue around this venue, so actually we can even extend those soft tyres a lot further than the game originally anticipated. 50 laps around Jeddah. This is not going to be easy. Just waiting on those last cars at the rear of the field, but we're ready then for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. 50 laps. It is going to be an absolute whirlwind. 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Got to try and get a good start. And we have got a good start. Ocon, no idea where he's going down towards turn one. Charlie Boy has also had a good start. They're just going to have to brake nice and tidily in towards turn one. And look at that, Charles Leclerc immediately trying to get up into P2. Sergio Perez, the street circuit wizard himself, will try and hang on behind us. But that's got to be probably one of the best starts I'll ever get on this game. A 1 second lead already as we make our way in through the first sector. We haven't got to worry about other cars early on. Just got to worry about those walls. Cold tyres still struggling trying to get the grip down, but I mean, we can't complain about that. 1.2 seconds up already. And the end of the first sector. Again, it is such a long race. It's Charles Leclerc again trying to go. How's he got past Perez there? Charles Leclerc's immediately made it through, but yeah, I mean, I've never had a start like that on this game where we actually hung on to the lead and built up a bit of a gap as we come round onto the back straight. Then we are leading lap 1. Here on the Jeddah Corniche, but I can't help but feel Charles Leclerc is a bit upset about his qualifying antics and wants to try and get back to me very, very early on as well. That is again not the line. Of course, this is the problem. We've got the AI will be immediately up to speed, but we won't. It will take me time to get into it. So if I lose the place, it's like a Drugovich applying pressure as well. The mediums, it was a brave tyre to start on by Perez knock-on. Hasn't worked out too badly for Checo, but definitely has. Look at that, Perez! Back up the inside of Leclerc at the final corner, and suddenly, the end of lap 1, I've got a 1.8 second lead. Let them fight behind me, I'm going to try and set sail, Sebastian Vettel style. Leclerc owns mid 2 and 2 anyway. Well, we'll wait and see. Well, perhaps this has got to be the race to decide it. 3 seconds! What is happening? What are those AI doing back there? And that was a smooth operation on lap 1. You can already see, come the end of lap 2, Charles Leclerc has already brought back down that gap again, so he's just trying to get out of the range of Perez, who's stuck now battling Felipe Drugovich, who's moved up into P3. Bobs, you, thank you very much for the follow. 31.5. Don't break too late. Don't break too late. Remember, chat, of course, the AI don't tend to make mistakes. I absolutely do. Charlie Boy is definitely faster than me, though. 30.9 as we start lap 4. Charles Leclerc, 30.5. So, I mean, we had the dream start, but this is far from over early on. I'm pretty certain Haas are still yet to get a podium on this game, in this series. So, Drugovich could be absolutely on a worldie for him. Or Albon. I still think Albon is a very, very quick driver. Oh, no! Don't hit me, Charlie Boy. That's what I mean about the traction on this. What is Charles doing? Oh, I've created a roadblock. Oh, Perez is leading!
Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed the safety car is out. There appears to
be safety car early on.
Stock vehicles on the track.
I might have caused that single-handedly. There's our first safety car of the night. Oopsie daisy. But I'm only down in P3, so that's not the end of the world, and we can easily stay out on these tyres. Right, anyway, let's go again then. Here in Saudi Arabia, Perez really doesn't want to give the safety car much room. It's down in towards the final corner we'll go. When is the Mexican going to try and go for it? We've got to try and time it. Well, at this final corner. Have I timed it? No. No chance there. Come on. Let's go. Oh, we might have done it this time around though. To the outside of Esteban Ocon, and look at that for a run. Head back down towards the first corner. Going to get boxed in. Cold tyres. Oh, Ocon! Esteban Ocon trying to get the dive bomb in at the first corner, but can't make it happen. And we'll say thank you very much. Straight up back into P2 then. Are we going to see Perez try and check out through these first couple of corners? I know we are on softer tyres, but surely we can't be too far away from the crossover.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that.
Plenty of battery as well. I mean, this gives us a good opportunity again to try and break free. Oh, it looks like Bottas has had issues though. Already into the pit lane then in this Grand Prix. Or Checo, just you saw him flatten out over that curving slightly. GR8 as well. Thank you very much. To the outside of Sergio Perez. And we try and make this move happen. So we're about to start lap 10. Perez is going to try and... Whoa! Whoa! He almost put himself in the wall there, and I had to avoid him as Ocon. That might allow an opportunity for the Frenchman. There's plenty of battery out of the final corner. You just got to be so careful. That's what the AI are doing. But yeah, McLaren definitely not the fastest car down the straight. Surprised Ocon didn't send it on me. But we all live to fight another day. Second time then on Sergio Perez. We're just putting away a little bit from Esteban Ocon as well. So we head down in towards the final corner. Hopefully Checo won't mess up his braking point this time. 212 miles an hour. Things you love to see. But can we try and get the run out of the final turn? Use that battery or a little bit of wheel spin, but we get away with it. To the outside, potentially for the race lead once again. And look at that, straight line speed. 30.6, we don't go fastest. Double final sector though, as you would expect with all that DRS assistance. And we are now back up through. Let's see if we can try and break free once again. Ryan, thank you very much for the follow as well, mate. Oh, Charles into the pits already. End of lap 11, that is incredibly early, especially when we have the safety car. So Charles Leclerc, I mean, a few others are doing it as well. But he's going to have to deal with a lot of traffic later on. Right, are we going to see any more soft bomb home runners in there? It looks like Drugovic. I see Drugovic is staying out as well. So it was just Charles and a handful of others that decided to pick. Clearly some of the AI think they can extend it. There's Lawson as well, a bit further back. Now he's not battling Piastri, he can actually focus on his strategy. As we're already at 1/4 distance. Perez and Ocon in? Excuse me? Why have Perez and Ocon picked before I have in this race? Perez and Ocon will be going hards, I reckon. It's just they don't believe they can go softs the other way. AI strategy on this game is not very diverse. The AI refuse to go long on the first stint. They just never will do it. It's simply not coded in. Yeah, Perez is on mediums. Okay, so I was just completely talking out of my bum. Yeah, so Perez and Ocon are two-stopping this then. So they're, unless we get a safety car, well and truly out of it. I've got to make sure I don't speed into the pit lane this time, like I did in Bahrain. That's the other big thing. But then again, you've got to be super careful anyway on this pit lane, because it will give you a 5-second penalty anyway. So we're going to have to be really, really careful on the way into the box. But I feel like that first stint has been very, very good. Don't go over the white lines, don't go over the white lines, and don't get done for speeding. I reckon my Gran would have driven in there quicker, but I absolutely do not care. Come on, clean, tidy stop as well, team. That's what we need.
That was a fantastic
There we go, perfect.
stop.
Right, so Leclerc's gone by.
Up to speed now.
Oh, I don't hit the wall.
Into those tyres.
I think we are going to be P4. Okay. So, of course, Perez and Ocon we don't have to worry about too much. Drugovic is not far behind. And still definitely inside podium potential here. Yuri Vip's up now in 6th place, so he's having a really good run at it as well. But yeah, now we've got to try and just get the tyres in and start closing up that gap. We've got 30 laps to do it though, and it's about 4 seconds to Leclerc. Mediums will make it to the end absolutely fine. Mine will be. I reckon Leclerc probably will as well, as Perez new fastest lap. Perez and Ocon battling side by side in towards someone there, and Perez forced back out of it again. This Esteban Ocon is incredibly aggressive on F122, but it only seems to be against Checo so far this race. So I don't know what his problem is with the Mexican, but And clearly they're not on each other's Christmas card list. That was close. Oh, 30.0. That's a good fastest lap. Just got to try and get in the range of Checo now. So that is not the line T1. I'm so impressed that Drugovich is running in P5, but I can't help but wonder how badly he's probably going to fall off throughout this race. I mean, he might still stay in P3, of course, once Ocon and Perez pit, but would love to see that. No. No. Oh my. I almost Mick Schumachered it. I almost Mick Schumachered that. That could have been GG's. That could have seriously been GG's. It's lost me a load of time, but we're not out, and that's the biggest thing. Lando as well with the 2 bits, thank you very much. Charles is pitting. Excuse me? Charles Leclerc back into the pits. At the end of lap 27, I genuinely thought he'd be one-stopping this, but no. Charles Leclerc then, back in. Back onto another set of mediums, or is he going hard tyres to the end of this Grand Prix? Looks like he's going mediums. I mean, if everyone's two-stopping, that gives us a golden opportunity. Was not expecting that from Charles, but he's coming 5 seconds back. So suddenly, the hunter has become the hunted between us. I thought I was going to be closing on him at the end, but he's probably going to be doing it to me. That is scary, a scary, scary thought. Right, come on then, Felipe Drugovich. I've got to try and get past him. It might be the net lead that I'm taking away from Haas. But I need to put car between myself and Charlie Boy once more. DRS activated as we head down this back straight. For the inside, I mean, look at that straight line speed. Drugovich, though, not wanting to give up on it. We will make it through. It was madness going into there. Drugovich clearly did not want to give up. Every single lap we can keep Leclerc out of the DRS is really handy. As there we go, Ocon. First of the top 2 to blink. So late pit stop for Esteban. He has still every opportunity to get a safety car before this race is out. But Perez now back into the comfortable lead, but surely he's going to pit at the end of this one. Perez into the pit lane. As you can see now how hard we're starting to have to push. This is going to get mighty tight towards the end then, but we've just got to keep Charles back for as long as possible. 29.2. No way am I going to be able to get that fastest lap. This battle might be better than the Miami Grand Prix. Here goes Charles Leclerc. Is he going to get to the outside? Yes, he is. Look. Whoa! Okay. Charlie Boy there just clean around the outside. Gets it slowed down back onto the apex. We'll try and get a run back on him though out of the final corner. Look at that. Goodbye. We will reclaim the lead once again. Oh, no. No, where's Leclerc finding the grip? Clean around the outside there. I can't do anything to fight this. Oh, I'm going to have to back out. I'm going to have to back out. I don't trust him. I just do not trust him into that. You cannot trust the air on this game. And now I've got to try and stick close again. 10 seconds. Sorry, Ocon and Perez behind us. But again, look at the speed. When we're in the DRS, I mean, this is ridiculous. Clean back around the outside of Charlie Boy once more, so every time he gets me, we just need to be able to get him straight back again. 7 more laps to go here in Jeddah. This is definitely going down to the wire. 4K 60 Pro, definitely. Here we go. Around the outside for Charles. I cannot break his letters in there. He's absolutely mugging me off when he gets to the outside down there. I just don't have the confidence. But again, we do have the confidence absolutely to get a run back down towards turn 1. Look at that. We just got to keep playing that game with him. And we're back into the lead once more. 5 laps to go. I think just the way those corners move around so much. Oh, now he's going to get the run though. To the outside again. By Charles Leclerc. He's done it so many times late on here. Give him space. I want to try and keep the nose. No. Charles Leclerc, that was so scary. I definitely still have the nose on the inside, but Charles wasn't interested. Right, come on. We cannot lose to him now. Got to try and get back within that range. Come on. Oh, yes, Leclerc. Big chunk of wheel spin for him. He'll still get a better run off the corner, but it won't be as good as he should do. We are still in the range. It is not over. That was absolutely critical. We stayed within the 1 second mark. The DRS around here is so powerful. I mean, who gives 3 DRS zones in a row like that? Absolute madness. But you know what? We're not going to complain at the moment. 2 laps to go here in Jeddah, and it is still anyone's guess as to who is going to take the win in Saudi. This track has so much potential to deliver these kind of races in real life, but we haven't seen it just yet. We're going to be able to get around Charles Leclerc, you can see going right towards the wall, but we are back through into the lead. As we start that 49 of 50. Just don't got wing damage as well, that's the other big thing. Look at the run Charles has got though. He's trying to get more and more aggressive with it off the corners. Yeah, I will do this later on. We've got yellow flags out, someone's got issues. I believe that's a McLaren. I don't know which one though. It's got to be Zhou Guanyu out of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with just one lap to go. But here comes Charles Leclerc to the outside once again then. I cannot afford to keep the nose at the inside. Otherwise he will just turn across me, but we've got to try and get the run back down in towards someone there. And yellow flags might prove pivotal come the end of this race. So yeah, there we go. Lando Norris and Zhou Guanyu, the only two retirements today, but still battling for the race lead as we start the final lap here. We've got 6 more kilometres to go around the Jeddah Quali Street Circuit, and Charles Leclerc, a bit of a mistake down in the first couple of turns, but we've just got to make sure I don't do anything stupid. Don't become a bottle job on this final lap. It is all still to play for. We need this for our early championship hopes. P8 last weekend was awful, so if I can try and close in some big points in the championship, that would be absolutely critical here. Charles Leclerc half a second back. Where is Zhou Guanyu's car going to be abandoned though? That's the other question I've got at the moment. Heartbreak for him. 49 of 50 laps around here survived, and still is going to walk away with absolutely nothing. As we wind our way through, I just don't want to hit a wall. I just don't want to do anything stupid. Come on, keep it clean and tidy. Charles Leclerc again. He's constantly getting a good run out of there. Will he try and get the DRS this time round as we head down the back straight? Again, he's going to sit back. Just got to make sure we get a good run out of here. That was close. That was close, and that might upset our rhythm. A little bit offline as well. Come on, one more corner to go. Will Charles Leclerc be able to get the run on me as we head down in towards the final corner of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? We're going to try and defend a tiny bit of lock-in, but we hold it there. Charles Leclerc can't get to the inside, and out of the final corner, it's going to be P1 in Saudi Arabia. Less than a second in it at the line. We will absolutely take it. Get in there.
Absolutely fantastic. That is a brilliant, brilliant result. Well done.
Well, that might not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question it was a critical win. What do you think it was today, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Mick Schumacher gets my vote today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
There we go then. Despite 2 spins early on this evening, we did keep it clean and tidy to walk away with the dub there. Charles Leclerc on the 2-stop strategy. I'm still not sure why the AI did it, but it did almost work for him. 7 tenths back at the checkered flag. If only he hadn't got that bad run through the final corner, it could have been even closer. Perez in P3 ahead of Esteban Ocon. Haas were rapid. Drugovich in 5th and Dan Tickton from 18th to 7th there with Mick Schumacher between them. Bottas, Vips and Pierre Gasly scores his first points of the campaign as well. Oscar Piastri ahead of Teo Porcher. Albon and Richard Verschoor there means, yeah, Alfa Romeo, they're always right near the points, but they still can't seem to get in them. Robert Schwartzman ahead of Latifi, Lawson, Daruvula, Magnussen, Fittipaldi there. Zhou Guanyu will be classified, but it was he and Lando Norris that didn't see it through to the checkered flag there. So Leclerc now with a 10-point lead over Perez in the championship. We are up into P3 though, so we've actually done a very, very good recovery there. With now double the points almost of Lando Norris behind us. Esteban Ocon in 5th ahead of Mick Schumacher, Lawson ahead of Bottas, Piastri ahead of Drugovich, and then Tickton, Vips, Richard Verschoor and Gasly, the rest of our point scorers there. Constructors-wise, 75 for us. We've got a big lead over Red Bull in P2 there. Alpine in 3rd, Ferrari now tied with Haas for 4th there ahead of McLaren. Mercedes down in 7th ahead of Williams and Alfa Romeo, with Alpha Tauri and Aston Martin, the only teams yet to score. But thank you all so much for watching this. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well. And we will be back very, very soon when Formula 1 returns to the land down under. We will be back in Albert Park. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.